Hi, I'm Mary.
Hey, I'm Linda. Welcome.
Yeah, we're still at Ladies Conference, and we are going to be enjoying the rest of the day and tonight. We have another service tonight, but we're and I think Linda's gonna show us around.
Little Linda's going. I hope I don't have to sneeze y'all, but we're going to show you just a few of the booths. Linda's going to walk around and show y'all, and then we'll see y'all back in just a second. Don't go away.
Yeah.
There you are.
Oh, the swim, yes. I just consolidated them. They're right here.
How are y'all ladies?
Good. How about you? How'd they do today? I haven't looked at the scores yet. I saw last night they played.
Yeah, there's the first thing. So we're back at our booth here. Thank you, Linda, for showing everyone around.
It's and trust me, she only showed you about less than a third. We have this entire building is surrounded with vendors and
mostly
merchandise.
clothes,
And so we just want to try to get a little closer so y'all can hear us. But anyway, I'm sure a lot of you out there have been to Ladies Conference somewhere in some of the states that's affiliated in some form or other. Whatever kind of ladies retreat, there's a lot of. Most churches have ladies retreats, so this is kind of what this is.
Yes, we were guest speakers last year at Boaz, Alabama, and they have theirs every year too, and I think a lot of churches do, but it's something fun for the ladies. I got 2 calls yesterday and today, and it's Nacogdoches and in this area, 936. Is it the only area code, or it's one of the area codes?
Yeah, I think it's only one.
Anyway, I didn't answer it yesterday, and then we were sitting in service this morning, and the same number called again. So I told Carla and Linda, I said, I better go outside and see if this is some of our relatives trying to call us, because you never know, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So about 3 or 4 weeks ago, when we was at the cemetery, Mom and Daddy's Upper Sharina Cemetery, we noticed that Mom and Daddy's tombstone was leaning, and it was leaning pretty bad. And it's been there since '64, and we knew what was causing it. Water was running down the hill and running under it. So we called one of the local in town monument places, and so this was the lady calling me, telling me they're going to go next Tuesday and fix it. And also Daddy's footstone was sinking, and I guess this is probably customary.
Yeah, well, it's because there's so much rocks. Linda.
Yeah.
There's so much rocks in that ground where they're buried at until any kind of water washes down, it's going to wash the dirt away. So it's on a hill.
Right, it's red dirt and rock in this cemetery. It's high on a hill. Y'all have heard us try to broadcast from there before. It's extremely windy on that hill, and the highway's right down from it. But when Daddy, on the day of Daddy's funeral, or actually the day before his funeral, they couldn't even dig his grave because of the rocks. So we were not there when they lowered his casket into the ground. Y'all may think this is weird, me talking about this, but I'm talking about it because of, the cemetery. But they had to dynamite where they buried him at. They had to actually dynamite it to be able to dig the grave. So East Texas has red dirt and they have sand. And Sharina is in the red dirt area, and Nacogdoches, where our home was, in city limits, it was white sand. And
burn your feet when you as kids
Oh,
going
my
barefooted.
goodness.
We would run like crazy to get in the shade.
yes,
the
it
shade
was
tree
so
of the
hot.
ground.
I do not go barefooted to this day. I don't even go barefooted in my own home. I cannot stand a grain of sand anywhere near my feet. I guess it's probably from
Yeah.
all the sand that we had when we were kids. And we may have mentioned this before too, but Mama put linoleum rugs, the kind that you buy in hardware stores that roll up, they're long, and then you just roll them out and put them on the floor. They didn't even put any adhesive or anything under them, did they, Mary?
I don't
think
remember
they just
did.
rolled them out.
Yeah. They had
And
that black tar on the back of them.
that was kind of like a, I don't know if it stuck or what, but they didn't come up.
no.
You didn't trip on them. And she had to replace them. Was it every year that she
We
replaced them?
replaced them pretty often.
And the
Pretty often.
reason we had to do that is because the sand
Sand.
wore them out. And we didn't have buckets of sand on our floor, but with 4 kids are tracking in, walking in and out, and you're constantly having to sweep up. But I think about that a lot.
Yeah, I think of it.
Of course, we never had carpet or anything. We had linoleum. But Mama always kept the floors
Oh
nice.
yeah, oh yeah.
But
And I swept it the time I was big enough to hold the broom, I guess.
while I was sweeping the dirt under the rug out the back door.
I fussed at her too about it. I fussed at her. Every time I would sweep, I'd pick them rugs up and shake them out outside, and I would just, when I'd pick it up and there'd be dirt in there, I said, Linda Faye, she done that, and I'm sure there's been a few times I'd run and get her and tell her to come pick this dirt up.
I did it. I mean, I'm totally guilty as charged. I confess, but I had more important things to do. I was learning how to play the piano.
Yeah, that's true.
While my sister was working.
That's okay. You went to the field. I didn't go. I went to the field
Lord.
sometimes, but I didn't go to the field very often because I'd rather stay in clean house.
So we have had beautiful weather
Yes,
this
we
week.
have. Extremely.
Probably about 50% of ladies' conferences, it comes a real genuine
does.
East Texas storm.
It does.
This time we got the storm before ladies' conference, so thank God for that.
Right.
That we didn't have to deal with lightning and rain, because a lot of people, there's huge parking here, but people still park on the grass
Yes,
because there's so many cars
Yeah.
here. And of course the Bible college is here, so the students are here. And
Linda found on her phone the night that the storm came
Oh,
through.
no.
Little Linda has got that video on her phone of where all the cell phone had the lights on, and we might post that sometimes.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Was that the night that I think it was that, y'all know we are old school because we're old. And with every generation, maybe not every generation, but the type of songs change. We grew up with the old hymns, the old timey songs,
Right.
and now the generation, they have the worship songs. Well, was that the night that they started, because there was no electronics because electricity was out, so they were strictly playing on stuff that wasn't, and they started singing a song, and the guy that was playing the piano, he didn't know it. Now y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
I don't remember.
And somebody looked over there and they said, he doesn't know the song. It's old, and this was probably a 20-something-year-old kid, And it was just funny.
We sang a cappella that night, didn't we? Yeah, we sang.
But
a
it was
cappella.
beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. So I think about Pinky Ma and our grandparents, Molly and Mama and Daddy, with the old songs like we grew up with, and then, when in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, when I remember when Bill Gaither's trio first formed. It was a new trio. People never heard of them. They played them on the radio. And we have someone. Ask her.
You want to come over here? We've got a customer. Okay. We've got a customer here that has purchased a book, and she wants us to sign it for her.
Stay with you, that way you
Okay. This is one of Mama's books.
Yeah. Our mama story, and I'll let you start.
Okay.
Your name?
Eddie, E-T-T-I-E. Okay.
And the ones that are here that's purchasing them live, gets them signed, and we have so many requests for them to be signed, but we just don't have time to sign everyone. So we just decided, well, if we're doing an in-person event, we would sign. So
I've never noticed how pretty your handwriting
Linda,
is. Aunt
Oh, my
Linda has
goodness.
beautiful.
What? Check out that handwriting.
Well, thank you, but I used to
Not
write
mine. I don't have. I have a very elementary signature.
before computers took over, and I started.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
These
Eddie.
doctors, you can't read their
I
writing.
know
No,
that.
thank
I
you
know.
for
Linda's
stopping
always
by.
had a pretty handwriting.
Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for following us and loving us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Be sure to
We
tell your
appreciate
friends about us and your
Okay.
church family. Did you get a card?
Well, no, I didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's okay.
Okay, yes. One lady that I work with at the dental office, Brenda Barton, she is one of y'all's fans.
I recognize her name. You tell her we said hi.
I will.
Okay, thank you very much, Eddie.
There's Linda. Now turn it around and you say hi to them.
You do it. I can't see you though.
Okay.
Oh.
Don't laugh at me. I didn't know how to turn it.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Thank God for this younger generation.
I was looking at it thinking you could see it.
So we were talking about around the 60s and 70s when all these new groups come out. Now, Dottie Rambo had been around for a while, and we grew up with the Stamps Quartet, the Baxter Quartet, or Stamps, was it Stamps Baxter Quartet? Maybe it was Stamps, and then it went to Stamps Baxter, Happy Goodmans, all of the old groups. But when Bill Gaither, I think because he lives, now y'all tell me if I'm wrong, was that one of their first songs?
Because he lives.
I don't know.
I'm not
I'm
sure.
thinking that was long before y'all were born.
Yeah.
But it was different to the older group, but we loved it. And then, you know, 2 or 3 generations down the road, then they start with other new music. So
She would tell her to come
with
by.
each,
Let me tell you.
Okay.
as different generations grow up, the music changes. And in the church today, it's mostly choral and worship music, and there's a choral group. And of course, everybody can sing too. We prefer the old hymns, or at
Yes.
least I do.
Absolutely. That's about all I care about is old
But
hymns.
but it is beautiful, and I honestly thought that I was filming this beautiful worship song last night, and I had about broke my arm holding my phone up, and looked down, and I didn't even have the video started. So I just put my phone up. I said, "Well, I sure am a smart one." So I didn't even get the song. I was gonna put it on there so y'all could hear it. The harmony was just really amazing. It was beautiful. I love beautiful harmony. And I've always thought that nobody can harmonize like siblings. Siblings just, they know where to stop, where to start. Carla and Linda sing so beautiful together. And our family sang as a group growing up for many, 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 many years. Everybody knew the Pinkston Kids within 3 or 4 counties in East Texas because we sang at funerals, we sang at DAV events. Where else did we sing, Mary? Church, school.
Baccalaureate services at schools, funerals, wherever they needed.
Do you remember when we were at it was either a DAV or VFW. This was because our dad was, you know,
A member.
members, and Mama was a lifetime member after
Right.
Daddy died.
Right.
But we were at this event. They were raising money, and they had a country band there. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. I sure do.
And we got up and sang. They took an intermission, and we got up and sang. And you know, we were not professionals, but we loved to sing. And after we sang, everybody kept saying, "Get the Pinkston Kids back up there," and we wound up singing more than
Yeah,
that group
yeah.
that they had probably paid to be
I
there.
remember that.
Did.
We were pretty getting up there teenagers when we did that.
And so we wound up kind of, I hate to say this, it sounds like I'm patting myself on the back, but we kind of took the show
Yeah,
on
we
that
kind
one.
of felt bad when we left because they had requested us.
Yeah,
more
they
than
kept
did
asking
the
us to
band.
come up and sing, so we did. And we sang for years and years and years in church together as a family. And then, you know, Mary and her family moved, or Charles and his family moved. Mary and her family moved, and it was just Edward and I left in Mississippi. And so I started singing with two of my friends, and we sang as a trio for a very long time. But we, as y'all know, we sing when we get together with family gatherings. And
if there's anybody in the Lufkin area, we've got our cookbooks here, out here in vendors, and we'll be here tonight through tomorrow at noon. We'll be here after church tonight, and then in the morning after church.
And we don't know how long we'll be here tomorrow after church, but I think everybody is supposed to be out by 4. Is that right, girls?
Yeah.
Somewhere around that,
yes,
and
ma'am.
it may be, that we're
Right.
broke down before then and gone
It'll be
before
between
then.
12 and 3, I would say.
Okay.
We'll be here. And then this is Mother's Story. We have that, and then we have our aprons and our cups. And we also sign the cookbooks and Mama's books if you're here. We can't sign,
Ones that
all
we
the
mail,
books. We're just
yeah.
going to sign the ones that when we're in person. So,
But
anyway.
if you want to go to our website to order any of these products, go to www.pinkymallskitchen.com. That's www.pinkymallskitchen.com. We love y'all. We hope that y'all have enjoyed this little clip that the girls have brought to you. So
we don't forget to count your blessings. We
we'll
love
see
y'all.
y'all again live on
Bye-bye.
Tuesday. Bye-bye.